Hello, my name is Ann-Marie Barker and I am the leader of the Liberal Democrat group on Woking Council, the council with the third highest borrowing in the country. Woking's borrowing currently stands at 1.84 billion. That is 47,000 for each and every household in the borough of Woking. Woking Council needs to find annual repayments of 60 million to service this debt. Liberal Democrats are seeking to become the largest party on Woking Council in May, enabling us to take control of the council. In any local authority, as in any household, what can be achieved should be determined by what's affordable. With this in mind, Liberal Democrats achieved unanimous cross-party support last year for an independent advisor to review and report on the council's financial situation. We asked for this financial review to take place to inform future financial decisions and enable us to make sensible and deliverable plans and promises. EY, a well-known, highly competent and respected firm of consultants, carried out the review, which reported in January. EY were not asked, and they did not comment on Woking Council's financial robustness. However, they did clearly present the facts of the council's finances and identified areas of risk and vulnerability. Key question we still need answered is if a local authority the size of Woking can afford such huge debts. At last week's council meeting, councillors were asked to approve next year's budget and to confirm that it is prudent to increase the council's long-term borrowing from the current 1.84 billion to 2.4 billion. Given the lack of evidence to show that this increase is affordable, the Liberal Democrats declined to support this proposal. We all know that taking on a loan has consequences. Ask any bank if you can borrow hundreds of thousands to buy a property, and you'll be asked lots of questions to determine whether you can afford the repayments and still feed yourself and your family, pay for a car or public transport fares, pay your credit card and bills, clothe your children and heat your home. The council has borrowed this money to invest in properties and its own companies to generate a return which is then used to maintain council services. A range of shops, offices and restaurants and the council's own company have given the council some income, much needed as the government has starved local councils of funds. But Woking Council's Conservative administration has gone too far. In 2019, we were only 16th nationally in the list of council borrowing. Now we are up 13 places to third position. The risks facing Woking Council are very clear. In 2015, Woking Conservatives trumpeted the arrival in Woking of Bill's Restaurant, now closed, Café Rouge, also gone, Carluccio's, closed down, Las Iguanas, also closed, Tom Marie Cookery School and Restaurant, closed. Thankfully, many of these sites have new restaurants, but these losses over 5 years, even with COVID as a factor, show the huge risks in this market. New working patterns, with many spending 4, 3 or even 2 rather than 5 days in the office, threaten both Woking Council's commercial investments and car parking revenue. A further financial risk is the huge reliance on the council's wholly owned companies to service these debts. This is highlighted by EY in the financial review. The risk is driven by the ability of the council's investment position to help service these loans, with the performance of the group companies integral to the council's ability to pay back debt, say EY. We are concerned that group companies may not generate enough revenue to support these payments. The companies are not covering their costs. Indeed, often they are making losses. Thamesway Central Milton Keynes has cost 30 million to date, and it was recently revealed it will not show a return until the 2060s. These are serious issues the council will face in the coming years. This is why Liberal Democrats instigated the independent financial review. We now need to act on the risks identified by EY in that review. We need to move ahead promptly to review the purpose, performance and potential of council companies to ensure they are delivering for residents. In particular, we need to make hard decisions on Thamesway Central Milton Keynes. It's not mine or the Lib Dems' wish or intention to undermine or damage Woking Council's position, but more of the same is not a viable plan for the future. We need to find cost-effective ways to finish what we have started, and we must also critically evaluate plans and developments which are on paper but not in progress. We will involve residents in our plans, tell people why we are making specific proposals, and be open to ideas and suggestions from the public. When presenting their report, EY commented that, in common with many other councils, Woking does not have the management experience for running large commercial operations such as its property development activities. We need to recruit a senior-level person, reporting directly to the Chief Executive, to address this problem. Woking needs a future administration that is competent, assesses financial risks on the basis of affordability, and is open with its residents on the challenges it faces and how it proposes to address them.